And we are back after some time off, a little delay, but we're back and we're better than ever. Almost ready to start the new year with episode number 20 here. We got
Wow.
some good stuff coming your way today, and we're gonna pick at the brain a little bit. I don't expect Christian to do well. That being said, I'll let him get into what we're talking about today.
So yeah, we took a little break over the holiday season. Hope everyone enjoyed their holiday, even in these weird coronavirus times. But today, we figured what not. There's no better way to start out the year of 2021 with some you wouldn't get it predictions for 2021. And I was actually going through the internet. If you ever want to find super negative things, you go through the internet. And I found this article about some 2021 predictions from this old Southern philosopher named Nostradamus. He was born in 1500, and apparently, allegedly, he published this book called Les Prophéties, or something like that, however
Mm,
you pronounce it. And it was published in 1555. And he published this book full of a bunch of predictions for what was going to happen in the future. And all these horoscope websites say that his predictions, he's made over 500, or no, it says here he's made 6,300 prophecies, and over 70% of them have been correct. And while some of them for 2021 here, first of all, he's predicting a zombie apocalypse. But here's the thing, I'm going to give you a little bit of an example here. These prophecies are all worded in ways that like you can assume a lot of different things from them. So like this one, few young people, half dead to give a start, dead through spite, he will cause the others to shine, and in exalted place some great evils to occur. What do you got on that? What do you
how
got
do you
on that?
pronounce this guy's name again? Nostradamus?
Nostradamus.
Yeah. I mean, this guy doesn't really get it, I'll be honest with you. This, I mean, first of all, I get that that number is a little impressive for the amount of predictions he's made, but what they say, he wrote it in 15 something.
Yes,
So
correct.
this guy's thrown out all kinds of predictions, and some of
Exactly.
them are going to hit, some of them aren't. I could probably do the same thing.
Exactly.
However, it is kind of disturbing looking through this how negative he gets with some of these predictions. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
the first
yes.
one, the one you touched on, the zombie apocalypse, I I don't think that one's hitting. I really
Probably,
don't.
probably not.
The odds are leaning towards it not happening.
I'm fine
But
with that.
man, when you go down the list here, he's got what, like 7 of these predictions, right?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
7 predictions, and there's really not one good one, to be honest with you. I mean, just to list a few off for you here, Christian already pointed out the zombie apocalypse. Um, and then you've got solar storms he's predicting, which he also predicts will lead to some debris hitting the Earth.
Nice,
Um, and then, yeah, and
nice.
then right after that, he predicts that a comet's going to hit Earth or come very close. And then a devastating earthquake destroying California. Great,
Hmm.
that's
Okay.
lovely. Shout out shout out to our new
Yeah,
hire.
shout out.
Yeah, hold on. We didn't take the appropriate time for this. That's
What?
on you. I'll be honest. That's on you. So,
That's not me.
to our new editing and media guy, Mr. Riley Dent, welcome to the You Wouldn't Get It team. We're proud to have you on board. It's a great addition. Everyone knows I'm usually in the 9 to 10 range. Christian's a 4 to 5. Riley brings that up heavily. So we're just
Yes,
building on averages here, is all we're doing.
exactly.
But Riley, look out for the earthquake this year because, according to Nostradamus,
Nostradamus.
you might be toast. All right, you might be toast.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys for welcoming me to the podcast. I love this show. Took the opportunity right away to be a part of it. Just want to say thanks again. Don't want to take up too much of you guys' podcast time. So, Easton, back to you.
This one was actually interesting to me, the last one he made, and this is the one that I would like to spend some time on. The American soldiers will have brain chip implants. Now, that
Hey,
one's interesting to me, and it
Erling.
may or may not the concept may or may not sneak its way into my predictions later as well. So hold on to that thought. But what do you think of some of these? Give me your thoughts. I mean, there's
They,
7 of them there. 6 of them are
yeah.
5 to 6 of them are just ugly. I mean,
Well, I like the little foreshadowing you give us, but yeah, there's even one here at the top: a famine of biblical proportions. Like Easton covered it. None of this is good. This is really bad for us. If all these come true, humanity is facing quite the year, even following the catastrophe that was 2020. But like I said, I briefly touched on it, and you also said all of these are predicted in ways that they could mean a lot of different things. So let's look at another example. So, a famine of biblical proportions. This is how he wrote it out. After great trouble for humanity, a greater one is prepared. The great mover renews the ages. Rain, blood, milk,
mm, mm.
famine. Is the heavens fire seen? A long spark running. Like, please tell me what that means. How can someone take all this and
No,
no one knows what that
I
means?
won't. I won't tell you what that means. And let me tell you something else. If this guy is who he claims to be, the great predictor, this guy's an asshole, man. We're
Yeah,
coming off of a tough 2020.
come on.
If he knew that business was coming along, why are you throwing all these predictions our way? We don't want to hear it. Lie to us. We don't need this going into this new year. We want positive, good things moving forward. And this guy's dropping these bombs on us. So, I mean, he
No
doesn't
one
get it. I don't like him. I didn't even enjoy reading it, I'll be
No,
honest.
it's bad news out of him, horrible news out of him. And you know what? I'm sick of that. The bottom line is this article gave us the idea to make some
Yes.
of our own predictions. And that's what we're getting at here. Nostradamus, he may be very negative. He may be Mr. 70%. He gets it all right. But you know what? I think we're going to get it all right today. Because
Yeah.
some of my predictions, some of them are a little safer, some of them are a little goofier than others. But, I think all of them, at least in the next couple of years, have a plausible chance of happening. Easton, you have any pre-comments, I guess, on yours? Do you want to prepare the people for what's to come or anything?
I mean, yeah, if you want some preparation, I know for a fact I'm going to be shooting better than 70%. I'm erring towards
Okay.
like the 86 to 95% range of what I'm going to get right here. So, I mean, it's a little precursor to what you're about to hear here. Barzy, if I had to put a guess on it, 31% is probably what I'm going with.
First of all, is that even possible? Because we're each going to be doing 7 predictions, right?
Yeah,
That's
I don't know. I didn't do the math on it,
seven
but it'll be around.
around there. Okay, ballpark. So,
Yeah.
who wants to start? You want to lead us off? You want me to lead
Take it
us off?
away.
Oh,
Go for it.
wow. Okay,
Prediction
so
number one. Because I
prediction
know,
number.
I know you personally are going to love my first prediction. Love
That,
it.
yeah, now I'm hyped. Now I'm hyped. All right. So first prediction, I'm starting very, very safe, very, very bland. I figured I had to get one out there that okay, people aren't gonna completely shit on me. I just
Yeah.
had to get my numbers up a little bit. So I just went and made some general sports championship predictions for 2021. So I'm just gonna go through the leagues, and I'm gonna be honest. I took most of the teams with the highest odds because, like I said, I just want to be right a couple times here. So for the NFL, I kind of strayed. The Chiefs would be the easy answer. I went with the Seahawks. I'm a big Russell Wilson guy.
Oh,
Seahawks for the Super Bowl. Lakers for the NBA. Just going with the odds. Easy one there. I think that's probably got the best chance of happening here. For the NHL, got to give hockey some love. Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to be honest. I don't know too much at all about hockey other than the Blackhawks were really good for a couple of years there, and I bandwagoned with them. But looked up the odds, Colorado Avalanche. And then this one may take some heat, but Chicago White Sox, World Series champions. That one is probably the edgiest of those sports predictions. So just like I said, right out of the gate, nothing too crazy. We're just gonna put some sports championship predictions out there. That's what I got.
hmm. See, that last one really rubs me the wrong way. The White Sox, they won't even make the ALCS. I'll be honest with you. Playoffs might be a stretch. They're
Oh, come
not
on.
winning the World Series. No chance. Um, Funny enough, I was gonna say great minds think alike, but I don't want to give that to you. My first prediction was in the realm of sports too, but I only did one organization. And
Okay.
again, I did the same thing as you. I wanted to play it safe, something that
Yes.
I pretty much know is going to happen. And that is, hands down, no questions asked, Packers are winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh,
It is a
come
runaway.
on.
It is a runaway. It'll be Packers Chiefs. Final score 45-27. Packers take it home. Rodgers with the second ring, and he's got the MVP this year on lock. What a great year to be a Packers fan. Go Pack, go.
Okay, here's the thing though. I love Aaron Rodgers. I absolutely love him, and I love him even more because the Bears are such an embarrassment of a franchise. They're tough to watch, and I'm just gonna say I used to be a Trubisky guy. I was the biggest Trubisky guy. People know that, but I'm sick and tired of the shenanigans. People are getting sucked back in on him after 2 games being decent. I'd love to see Aaron get another ring because I personally think that he's the greatest over Tom Brady. Sure, Tom has all the rings, but if you've ever watched Aaron Rodgers play, the guy is lights out. So I I, I hate the Packers. I'm gonna say I hate them a lot, like more than you could ever know. But Aaron, for Aaron's sake, I'd be okay if that happens. But
When it happens.
it pains me to say that. It pains me to say that. All right.
When it
You got
happens.
anything else on that? You got anything else stupid you're gonna say
Uh,
regarding the Packers?
no, I mean they're winning it all. It's simple as that. Your predictions, Chiefs, you were close because I think they'll be in the Super Bowl. Obviously, I don't think they're gonna win it. Lakers, yeah, it's a safe bet. Honestly, I don't think they pull it out this year. But they are the favorites to win it, so I'll give you that. Colorado Avalanche, I kind of like that one actually. Shout out Matt Roadhouse. He's an Avalanche fan.
Is he?
So yeah, so
Okay. Follow
it's
the Avalanche.
it's looking good for him. And then the White Sox. I mean, that's a terrible take,
Yeah,
but
it's gonna happen.
we'll just move
It's gonna
on from there. I thought about ending the call when you said that, but sometimes you got to be the grown up.
well, the amount of times that I feel like you've been this close to ending the call,
Been
you
this
always say it,
close.
but you never do. You never do.
Yeah, one of these days.
All
If you
righty.
ever
On to
see
the next
a
one.
12-minute podcast posted, just know that the end of that podcast, I cut
Easton
it.
shut it down. Okay. Next prediction. Okay, so I've got 6 more. I'd say one more of them is kind of realistic-ish. The rest are realistic, but kind of more on the goofy side. So the next one, we'll get some of the more realistic ones out of the way. I don't know if realistic is a great word for this, but it's a word. So I see like I'm some kind of sidekick or something, some kind of major political change happening this year. I don't necessarily know what it is. Maybe a trend, kind of different direction regarding how things are run, not like vote count. I don't know. And maybe Trump begins his own form of a party. Like we start to see the split of the two-party system because all the Trumpers start to back him when he leaves. Some kind of craziness is going to happen. I'm not the biggest political guru. I don't know, but I'm just sensing it.
Hey,
Something's going to happen.
as a political guru, I appreciate that take. I don't necessarily think that the two-party system will split up, but saying that there will be a major political change, that I can get on board with. I definitely think within the next 4 years, we're going to see that because I think a lot of people are just starting to realize that the way things are running now and how ugly it's been the last decade really, I do think people are going to start to lean towards some type of change. Now, what direction that goes, it's hard to say, but that's a fair prediction there. I could see a large political change within the next year.
All
I
right.
like
Well,
that.
that's all. That one's a clean. That's like I said. That's pretty clean to start off. Nothing too crazy yet. What do
Yeah.
you got?
So my second prediction here, also more on a serious side, and this is, I don't know how much I can take credit for this because a lot of this is backed by some research, but we got to address the elephant in the room, the coronavirus, the
No,
COVID,
not that one. That's
the vid,
scary.
the vid
No.
19. I,
No. Oh,
you know, looking at everything going on right now with, the vaccines starting to ramp up, I think that by March, we are in a much better place now, whether that's, mostly back to normal with just wearing masks certain places or, keeping a select group sort of isolated, still having to follow some of the quarantine and isolation guidelines. I think that's what our March is looking like. And then I'm saying by June, by
give me
June
it.
of this
Give
year,
me it.
we back to normal, full blast. I think by June.
Oh,
Now, here's the X factor in this: is how dumb can people be? You know,
that is yes.
how dumb can people be? Because I'm not going to use this word, but don't f this up, America. Don't don't mess this
Don't
up.
do,
We've got a
don't do
chance.
it.
We've got a vaccine going around. Listen to your doctors, your health professionals, your scientists. Don't think you know more than them. Your 4 year degree does not match up to theirs. Just because you saw something on Facebook doesn't mean it's true. You're not going to grow two heads from taking the vaccine. Yes, Fauci got the vaccine. It wasn't fake. Stop with all this nonsense. Don't be stupid. And if you want to get us back to normal by June of this year, which the medical professionals are saying is possible, it is possible. Just listen. Listen to the people who actually know what the hell they're saying. You don't know more than them. Stop trying to act like you do. It
I
is
know what this is.
absurd that you've got a group of people that spent 12 years in school learning all about this stuff, research, data analysis, how the human body works. And then you had a whole world of doctors and scientists working on how do we get a vaccine that is going to create this herd immunity. We're finally here. This is what we wanted, and now everyone is just like, I'm not getting it. I'm gonna grow a third leg. I'm gonna grow,
No.
hair on the top of my nose and turn into an alien. And Bill Gates is gonna put a microchip in me. That's not gonna happen. Just stop. Just stop. Be rational. Be a smart human being.
I see
And
right
no,
through
you're
you.
not a sheep.
I see
Sorry, I
right
had
through
to
you.
throw
You're
that in
part
there.
of the deep state. You're part of the deep state. You're trying to get us all to
Stop
take
it.
these vaccines.
Stop it.
Take the vaccine, guys. Please, just take the vaccine, man. Um, yeah. Okay. So I kind of had a little side prediction that I was gonna maybe throw in, but I threw out. But I think this is gonna happen. Kind of related to that. If indeed that we are back by the summer,
Mhm.
if we are back,
Okay.
WAP is making a comeback in the clubs because WAP, Megan Stallion, Cardi B, it didn't get a chance. It never got a chance to be the bar song, the club song. It's making a comeback. Mark my words, that's going to happen. That's a little side. That's a little extra prediction for you. That's not a main one, but mark my words, WAP's coming back. And it's coming back strong.
No comment. Yeah. That's it. You have your prediction. Enjoy your
Uh,
time. I don't know about that, Christian. I don't know.
we'll see. We'll
It
see. So
could, I
that
guess.
was
It
okay.
could. I won't rule it
Think
out.
about it. Think about it. So that was not that was the main prediction. My third prediction, and I don't know if this is a this year thing, but it's coming. There has been alcohol has always followed the trends. Right now, seltzers are the trend. Seltzers are all the rage. Every kind of seltzer, you name it, every company they're making seltzers. I think the natural progression next, hear me out, is some kind of healthy air quotes, alcohol, something like kombucha, some kind of artsy, 0 calorie, maybe no sugar, some kind of designer alcohol that is going to start trending in the health direction. Obviously, all alcohol is bad for you, but this one, I think, and like I said, I don't know if this is the year, but soon. And that could even be a thing already. That sounds like it could very well be a
Hey,
thing. Some kind of kombucha, health related alcoholic drink, beverage. That's it. That's what I got.
I got a question for you here. Have
I got
you
it.
have you heard of Vizzy?
Can't say I have. No.
Okay. I need you to do some research here. So
Yeah.
Vizzies. they're kind of in line with what you're talking about. They really came onto the scene this past year.
Yeah.
They're in cans like a seltzer, right?
How do you
But
spell that? I'm gonna look it up.
Vizzzie, I think. I could be wrong there. Might be a
It's
Y.
a Y. It's a Y.
Is it a
It's a
Y?
Y.
Yeah. All right.
It is.
Well, so they got it's like a alcoholic seltzer, but they
Ooh.
got some vitamins in it. They got some antioxidants.
Yeah, they do.
That's kind of what you're talking about. They're trying to basically make a little bit of a health drink. Now, who's going to take it to the next level, you know?
Someone's gonna.
Something that would
Who's
be
gonna do it?
crazy. This probably should never happen because
Oh
it,
no.
it will definitely increase the death toll in America. But what if Bang Energy made
Don't.
like a
Don't
made
say
like
that.
a Four Loco type thing?
No.
Think about that.
Please no. Please no. For
Creatine,
society.
beta
For
alanine,
society.
vitamin D,
Oh.
protein, 300 milligrams caffeine, and then just some
Becky,
malt liquor in
Becky.
there.
Because we'll have a bunch of psychos like you running around unhinged, just taking over everything. That can't happen.
Yeah, people would die from that. Absolutely, people
People,
would die. A lot of heart
uh,
attacks,
too many.
but
Too.
you never know.
I mean, probably. If we're
Yeah.
gonna be honest. What do you got? What do you got? Number 3.
Third prediction for me. This is very generic. So, again, at the end of the day, if I take credit for this, it's doing a disservice to my
Yep.
intellect. But I think this next year we are going to have a major space discovery. Major space discovery. Now, whether
Ooh.
that means something as close as Mars, do we send
Hmm?
something to Mars? Do we find something out about, maybe a moon or orbiting around Saturn? It could be something
Yeah,
close to home. It could be something far out that, is maybe the first time we run into it. But I think this year we are going to have a monumental space discovery.
I hope. And if we do, we're having another space episode. We're bringing Kate back.
Oh, yeah.
Got
Without a
it's
doubt,
got
if that
yeah,
happens,
yeah,
round 2, fire it up.
yeah. Okay, I like that one. I like that one a lot. And I will say I do have a space related one coming, but I'll probably do that one near the end. But I agree. I think it's coming to the point in our timeline where something's got to give. We've the bread trail, the crumbs are starting to lead us to something, and it's got to be something big. Because I think it may have been last year how the government's starting to release these unidentified videos
Yeah.
and we're starting to just make more and more major space discoveries, water possibly on the moon, water on Mars, stuff like this. Something big is coming. I agree with the Easton. I think that one's gonna be correct for you in some kind of way.
Okay.
For our fourth one, let's see, which one should I go with? All right, yeah. So social media, TikTok, it's all the rage right now. TikTok especially. You got these TikTok stars who are just the next mega celebrity influencers, whatever, because they don't really do anything, but they're just,
Yeah.
they cater to the very popular age range that watches TikTok and everything. And I don't want to shit on TikTok. TikTok was great. I had it downloaded for a couple months, gave me some good laughs, but it is what it is. So I think that Firefest 2.0 is going to happen this year, and it's going to be run by a TikTok star because everyone's coming back from the corona. They're going to hype it as the biggest party ever. Everyone's hyped up. They're going to get a bunch of TikTok social media influencers running it, and it's going to happen sometime. Yeah, probably in the fall, late fall, early winter. And nothing's going to come of it. It's going to be a disaster. It's just the stars are aligning here. Come on. We've been locked up for the last year. Like I said, they're going to hype it as the biggest party of all time. Everyone's going to want to be there, and it's going to flop. Count that for me. Count it.
Going on the negative side there now, huh?
Yeah,
You
negative
know,
side, yeah.
I could see that happening. And actually, what I could almost see happening more relating to that scenario is someone puts this all together
Yeah.
when we're kind of in the stage of like we're almost getting to normal, but we're not quite there, so we need to still be a little careful.
Uh-oh.
And then
Don't say.
they really throw a curveball at us and they just mess
Ah,
things up. I could
yeah.
see that happening. I could see like say, just to throw out a number, 40-50% of the people have been vaccinated. There's some immunity going on, but it's still a little bit of a risk. And then someone goes, buys an island somewhere, throws a multiple thousands of people rager. Everyone gets the vid again. Not good
No,
stuff.
please no. Please no.
Actually, I'm not going to make that prediction. I'm just saying
It could. It could
I
happen.
wouldn't put it past
Yeah.
the great minds of today's wonderful world.
Yes. Okay. What do you got for me next? Give me some positive, please.
This is positive. It is.
Yeah. Okay.
I might get a little negative with it, but it is a
That's
positive
fine. That's
prediction.
fine.
I'm predicting this year more than we have seen in the prior 7 to 8 years. We are going to see a decline in cancel culture.
Yep.
Now,
I agree.
here's why I say this. I think that there is, I don't have any data to back this, but I feel
That's
like
fine.
on social media, I am finally starting to see people call out the toxicity of cancel
Yes.
culture. I just saw the other day, actually, and this is after, I've seen multiple of these now, and you never used to get this. When someone would go out on their so called cancel mission, it usually just took off and flew as far as it could go. And no one really called it out for what it was because it was kind of one of those things where it's like, well, if I say something about it, are they going to group me in with them?
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing. The other day I saw um, it was a girl who had made some sort of like racial slur her freshman year in high school. So a freshman in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, went on, ended up being a super positive person in high school. But what she said was video recorded by some guy that is, you can just tell, has something to prove. He's out there to kind of get people.
Yeah.
And anyways, this girl ends up getting admitted into her dream college, and that guy sends the tape to the admissions 4 years after she had made that remark, which,
Mm-hmm.
she said as a joke. Was it appropriate? Absolutely not. Shouldn't have said it. But again, 14 years old, you don't know what the hell you're doing at that time. You're
Yeah.
not smart enough to make those decisions. She definitely should have learned from that mistake, and I think she did because, she didn't go on to continuously make these remarks as far as I'm concerned. And, now we're at a point where she's no longer going to her dream college because of the
Yeah.
remark she made her freshman year. And it's all because one person just had a mission of ending, her opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
What was good about it, though, is on Twitter, a lot of people kind of lashed back out at this guy saying that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And that caught a lot of momentum. A lot of people were on board with that. Like, yeah, that's not okay. She did mess up. She shouldn't have said what she said. But you're in no place to bring out what she said as a 14-year-old and ruin her grown adult life because of it. And I completely agree with those people. I mean, it's, again, people need to learn from their mistakes, but there should be second chances, and especially when you're that young.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little different had she been 19, 20 years old, because then it's like, okay, she's pretty developed at that point and she knows what she's saying. She understands the consequences. But at that age, you just don't. So I think prediction, decline of cancel culture this year.
That's awesome. We have a whole episode on it, so I won't say too much. If you guys are interested in our thoughts on it, go check out the cancel culture episode a while back, one of our first episodes. But at the end of the day, we just need to educate over just beating someone down from the start. Like, this is a perfect example. This is a 14-year-old, not developed in any way, shape, or form. Let's educate her a little bit. Let's educate her instead of just beating her down and casting her off to the side. That's not how it should be. Cancel culture is a horrible thing for society. People aren't allowed to make mistakes or grow anymore. And I'm very happy that you said that, because I agree and I see it too. I think cancel culture, people are starting to realize, like, this is just annoying. We can't
Yeah.
live like this.
Well, and kind of to go back to your potential political change prediction, maybe this kind of gets intertwined in there because, you know, one thing that I have actually appreciated, which there are very few things, but that come out of the kind of conservative base, I guess you could call
Mm-hmm.
them, is, you've got a party in the Democratic Party that is screaming these words of unity, treating each other with respect, not giving up on people, creating opportunity, all great things. But to follow that, cancel culture doesn't have a place in there. Like you can't say all those things and then just end someone's life over, some remark they made
Mm-hmm.
forever ago. And again, like Christian said, we've got a whole episode about this. There's obviously each scenario is much different, but I do think we're going to see that, and I think that hypocrisy of, saying you're the
Yeah.
morally higher up person and you want
Yeah.
unity and stuff. The only way that's possible is if you actually act it out. So hopefully that is a
Yeah.
correct prediction for this year.
Yeah. Let's find common ground, man. Who needs to hate on one another, you know?
Yeah.
Peace, love, positivity. All right.
Oh, that's what we're all about on this
That's
podcast.
what we're all about. So the fifth prediction, let's see what I should go with. Okay, I'll get the negative one out of the way. This is a pretty dark one. This is a pretty sci-fi, twisted, dystopian. I think a man-made robot will purposely injure, attack, kill someone this year, and I think it's going to be all over the news. I don't know if
Wow.
that's a this year thing, maybe a couple years down the road. But I saw this video of these dancing robots the other day. They're getting pretty advanced, man. They're getting advanced, and at this point, all it takes is to get some AI, put it in these things, make them self-aware. And I
Yeah.
hope I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but
Well,
that's my darkest prediction of this
it's
year.
dark, but that's not far fetched. I am by no means on the train that we're completely safe from AI and where it's going. I think there's a lot of dangers in it, and I think that's not a conspiracy. I mean, you listen to some of the best tech minds in the world, and they
Yes.
they will all warn you, like, if we let this go too far, we
Yeah.
can basically create a beast that is going to end up being the demise of us. So, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that happening. I wouldn't, you know, someone gets too freaky in a lab, creates something that starts
We've
thinking on
seen
its
we've
own, and
seen the
then,
movies, man. We've seen
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah.
Who
No,
knows?
I don't think you're wrong, and I'm gonna stay on the same track there. This was gonna be
Okay.
my next prediction,
Okay.
but I'll move it up just for the sake of fluidity. Um,
Nice.
I think that for those of you familiar with Elon Musk's Neuralink, I
Mhm.
think that something of that sort, whether it's him or another company that comes out with it, I think we're going to start to see the beginning stages of that being implemented. So whether that's, a few experimental cases or whether they actually start cranking away, I think that by the end of this year, they're going to start to get, really break ground with this whole idea of putting some sort of electronic chip or, probe, wire, whatever it is, attached to the brain for people who have some sort of, disability or illness that is going to try and correct itself.
Mhm.
From what I have read, the science is very close there, and they're starting to figure out how they can make this work. And if you listen to Musk talk about it, he's pretty much got the idea down of how he wants this to run and how it's going to be implemented. Now it's just a matter of getting research and development and making it completely safe.
Mhm.
But I think by the end of this year they're going to at least start testing that stuff and possibly implementing it in select studies of, say, someone who has a life threatening disease, disability, and, really not a whole lot to lose, I can see them experimenting with that. And I definitely
Yeah.
think it's going to be a part of the future moving forward. Confining time to this year, I think we get into the beginning stages of it.
You're absolutely right. It's coming. It's just a matter of when at this point. And the high tech is taking over at this point. And I guess I'll transition that into my sixth prediction. I've got two more. This is a pretty small one in the grand scheme of things. My last one is pretty big, but just technology in general. Um, yeah, I think this plays with that a little bit. I think we are due to start seeing shoppable TV advertisements. I think that's a horrible thing. It's going to suck. But like when you're watching commercials, smart TVs and stuff, I feel like there's going to be a way to start like, oh, I want this. Like, okay, Amazon, buy it for me, or like click on it, something to go to a deeper option. Like most of these, I think that's coming. I'd actually be very confident to say that that will happen eventually, but I don't know if this will be the year. That's going to suck because it may really take the whole advertising and commercials to a whole nother level. But I'm sure there will be ways to, play with it where it's not horrible. But I think that's coming. And maybe that will be a kind of cool thing. Maybe people make a lot more spur of the moment, just
Yeah,
purchases that they probably regret. So
that's
who
not
knows?
that's not a it's not a bad prediction there, Christian. I could definitely see that. Whether it's hooking up the little what's the little Amazon guy called that you talk to?
Oh, Alexa,
Alexa.
right?
Yeah,
Alexa.
sorry, girl. It's my
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah. Come on, man.
I could definitely see some sort of, where that's hooked up to the TV plays an advertisement, and you can directly communicate with the smart system.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think that's far-fetched at all. I'm sure they already have the capabilities to do that. It's just a matter of putting it, in place. And if the companies were smart, I think they would take advantage of it and at first start making those, I guess you could call them TV purchases at like some sort of discount, or you get some sort of deal. Because then you start sucking people in
genius.
with how they think to purchase. Now they're thinking, okay, if we need this or that, let's check out some of these TV ads and see if there's a deal. It's the same thing as, goes back to getting coupons in the newspaper. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
online email deals that get sent to you. This is just another step in that. Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think that's a bad prediction. I think that's very reasonable, and I think that if companies want to take that route, I I believe they could. So,
Crazy stuff. And I got one more comment on it. Like, what if how like you'll be talking about a thing or what to a friend, and then all of a sudden you'll get a phone ad on it. Like, what if they start to implement that to the
mm,
TV, where like you're just talking in your living room, and then all of a sudden next commercial break, bam. Like, oh, I want a new
oh,
couch or something. Bam, couch
I
commercial.
think
That's how they'll get you. That's how they'll
yeah,
get you.
I think that's inevitable. If they start doing that, that part of it's inevitable. They're definitely going to use the same, marketing system that these smartphone companies have figured out.
Whew,
Um,
look out.
no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, crazy times, huh?
Crazy times.
All right, for my sixth prediction,
Yep.
I think
Oh, you got a
we
grin. You
we
got a
we
grin on
saw
your face.
we saw a couple years. I want to say 2018, 2019, and 2020, where in the world of video games, the
Okay.
the popularity of playing video games and using gaming systems stayed pretty consistent. If anything, probably went up a little bit because of the
Yeah.
lockdowns. But you didn't really have one game take off and just dominate. Everyone's playing it, like the example I'm going to use here is I think it was 2017
Yeah.
when Fortnite
Yeah.
came out,
Yeah.
wasn't
Hmm.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. So my prediction is that 2021 is going to be the year of the next Fortnite. Now
Okay.
I don't mean, Fortnite 3 or whatever the next one's going to be. I
Is there
think that
Fortnite
there's
too?
going I thought that isn't that the one that's out now? Fortnite 2?
I
I don't
thought it
know.
was Fortnite 1.
Anyways, it's all the same.
Yeah.
I think that there will be a game that comes out that gets the same attention as Fortnite and becomes this huge avenue for these streamers and content people, because you
Yeah.
got to think, man, that in 2017 Fortnite took that stuff to the next level, like the amount of
Yeah.
money you could make off of streaming. And I saw a graphic the other day. This didn't only have an effect in, you know obviously people were streaming Fortnite because that was the most viewed video game stream throughout those couple of years. I think it still honestly is.
Yeah.
And I lost my train of thought there. That sucks.
You lost it,
Wait,
huh?
wait,
Come on,
wait.
bring it back.
Okay, I got it.
There, we're
I got
back.
it.
We're
Got it.
back.
No, sorry. So the streaming went up for Fortnite, but then when Fortnite kind of dwindled off, and you've got like the new Call of Duties coming out, or what's the soccer race car?
Oh God, man, come on, the cars. It's
We're off right now, man. We got to get it together. We got to figure this out.
keep going. Keep Rocket League. Rocket League. Okay, we're back.
Rocket
We're
League.
back.
All right, so Call
We're
of
back
Duty,
again.
Rocket League, your League of Legends, Apex Legends, all of those games, streamers were able to garner in more viewers because of the base they had built from Fortnite. So now when you've got like your Ninjas or your Nick Mercs, these streamers going over and they start to play, Call of Duty or something else, they're bringing a whole base with them, and now they're getting interested in that video game, playing that video game, streaming that video game. So it just had this huge chain reaction that really set off the industry, and it grew a ton. And I think this year we're due for another game that's going to do that same thing in essence. It's just a matter of who's going to crack the code as to what's going to cause that boom. With Fortnite, it was you've got the team aspect of it, you've got, building, shooting, and the way they put it together was just so appealing
User
that everyone
friendly.
was there was no audience. You had little 7-year-olds playing it, and you had grown 30-year-olds playing it. It was everyone.
Well, I'm going to say this. Fortnite in the battle royale genre, that was a genre that existed.
Yeah.
Fortnite found a way to perfect it. So I'm going to say this. So have you ever played Among Us?
Yep.
It's basically just Mafia. So Mafia, the game of Mafia, it's been around forever. We're Mafia vets. We've been playing it on the bus. It's a bus ride game. If you don't know what it is, basically it's just you get a group of people and you have the Mafia people. You got to figure out who's who. It's a lot more appealing than how I just made it sound. But Among Us had the appeal to being a massive game, and it's big. It's not going to get to Fortnite, but I feel like the next game is going to be a concept that has been around. It just hasn't been perfected yet. And then once it is perfected, that's when the money comes.
Yeah, and I'm sure our new media guy Riley Dent is going to love this conversation, being the gamer that he is. But yeah, no, you're right, and I mean, like I said, the stars have to align like they did with Fortnite for this to work. The other thing that needs to be considered is one reason that Fortnite blew up and was so big was because at the beginning it was free and you could download it in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
That was a big problem, I think, with Among Us, because I never really got into the game, but when I started trying to play it, I had buddies playing on PC. I was thinking that everyone was playing on mobile devices, and then they were chatting in the Discord, which obviously I was not in the Discord because I was on my mobile device. So there's just a lot of kind of wishy-washy, there's a lot of disconnect. And so that's something that has to be established right away is how can we make the connection aspect of it? And Fortnite perfected it with the duos and the squads and being able to easily talk over the game. The communication aspect of it was important, so you had to do it, and it made it a blast. So yeah, the stars have to align. Video game creators, producers, get this right. This is your year. We're due.
Don't mess.
We're due.
Maybe we should make something. Easton. Why not? Why not?
We're too dumb. We don't know how to do that.
We're dumb, dude.
We sit here and just talk to ourselves while other people are out there making Call of Duty that looks like World War III.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're stupid. All right. Maybe because we're stupid, you shouldn't take this last prediction with that into account at all. But this one kind of goes back to something you were talking about earlier. I think there's going to be a major alien discovery this year. I think it's time. We're due. The breadcrumb trail, it's there. Like I said, they've slowly been dropping it. Now all we need is an alien in the flesh, in picture, something that we all see. We see these UFOs, but we never see the aliens. This is also something that'll probably happen in like 40 years, but why not now? Why not 2021? That's my final prediction. Bring it
Yeah.
home. Bring us the
Wow.
aliens.
Wow. It
That's
could
what I got.
happen. I mean, you're right. The breadcrumb trail. It's due. We're getting there. I mean, we've
We're
got a
due.
little bit here, a little bit there. Eventually, that's all going to piece together, right? So
Show me the aliens.
that you
Bring
might
us
see the
home.
aliens. But
Bring us
as we
home.
said
What do you
before
got?
in one of our first podcasts,
Yeah.
you're the alien, and that's why you're saying that. You're putting up a smoke screen right now. So,
Or sealed.
again, to the listeners out there, he thought he was going to catch me lacking. I don't forget.
You
Got
don't
my
laugh.
coffee. Got my coffee
Oh, well,
sharp.
I should have known. I should have known I could buy you. I
Yeah,
should have known. That's on me.
get it
That's
together.
on me.
All right. For my final prediction, I'm going to be honest. If you want to just sit back and take this one in, I'm going complete fanboy mode right here. Going back to the sports world a little bit.
Okay.
In the year of 2021, Conor McGregor will be crowned the 155 champion. Say
Yeah.
it again. Conor McGregor will be the lightweight champion by the end of 2021. That's not a far-fetched prediction. That's easily doable. His next fight is considered to probably be the lead up to the title fight. So whoever wins
Yeah.
that is probably getting the title shot. And I think he's got it, man. He's focused. He's locked in. I'm excited. He's, my current favorite athlete. He's going to take it home. He's KOing Poirier inside the first round. Respect to Poirier, but that's just how it's going to go down. And then who's
Okay.
ever next is going to get it. That the Irish are bringing the UFC title home again. That's a prediction. Lock it in.
Okay. Okay.
Lock it in. Now, I got my fanboy moment out of the way.
You did. You
I've got
did.
a little. It's quick. This will be 1 minute, but I got two bonus predictions.
Okay.
This is
I
direct.
also have a
This
couple
this is
bonus
this is
ones.
directly related to this podcast. All
Okay.
right.
I do have one. Yeah. Yeah. Let's hear it. What do you got?
So, bonus prediction number one.
Bonus. We love the bonus.
Vegas has gotten in touch with me. We've been in contact, and we've got some odds out. So, for all of you gamblers out there, for the remainder, or sorry, for the entirety of the year of 2021,
Yeah.
the over under on the Barzy rating, this is an average, is set at 5.5. Over under 5.5 is the average rating.
How
I'm
did?
personally hammering the under. If
I'm
you're a smart
hammering it.
better, pound that under.
I'm taking the over, man. I'm coming with 2021 is going to be my year, man. You don't even
All
understand.
right.
I'm
We'll see, I guess.
whole new aspect to this ball game. Um, that was your first want me to
That
go
was
with
my
the
first
bonus.
one.
All right,
Yeah,
so this
give me one
bonus
here.
one,
I'll shoot back after.
this bonus one, it kind of has to do with your UFC fanboy moment. I threw it in there because I knew it would make you happy. But 2021, let's get a UFC fighter on the pod. Or an MMA fighter on the pod. Let's make it
Yeah.
happen. Let's make it happen. That's my prediction.
I'll be honest to you, Barzy, and I hope to God that he sees this somehow, some way, because he was an honorable mention on this podcast, and he even got his own video clip. And I reached out to
I
him. I
know.
didn't get anything back, but I'm really wanting to get him on. Francis Ngannou.
Wow.
I
It's
sent
gonna.
you
It's,
I sent you a DM, man. I want you on the pod. You made Barzy quiver in his boots. He admitted he admitted that you would kill him, literally,
Dead.
and I think he'd
Dead.
probably do the same to me. come chat with us, man. We want to discuss this lethal power that you have. He's basically a superhuman. And
This
I,
is the year.
I haven't seen any podcasts with Francis Ngannou, none that have been big anyways. So why not? Hop on over
We're
to You
spam.
Wouldn't Get It.
We're just gonna spam them. We're gonna spam them until it happens.
We're
Be
getting
ready
them
for
on.
that. Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. Second and final bonus prediction here as relating to this podcast. Now this is huge news, so everyone buckle up. We threw out the idea of the t-shirts. We're still working on that. If you're interested, please DM us because we're trying to get some pricing figured out. Great, 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 great shirts. They're wonderful, magnificent.
The best
The best,
shirts.
the best shirts. But by the end of 2021, if this podcast continues to do well, I will make it my life goal to by December 25th, Christmas of 2021,
Okay.
YWGI, you wouldn't get it, coffee beans.
Oh no.
Our own coffee.
We're taking over. We're taking over.
Our own coffee. Stay tuned,
Wow.
folks. If you keep tuning in, I'll put in my work, and I can guarantee you by the end of this year, you are going to be drinking some sweet, 100% Colombian brewed, you wouldn't get it coffee.
With your face plastered right on it. Let's
Oh,
get
yeah.
let's get a coffee sponsorship this year. Let's do that. Let's predict that too. Let's just keep throwing it out there.
Hey, I
That
mean,
you would love that.
listen, I'll be transparent with the audience. We've turned down a lot of sponsorships. We only
Oh,
want big names. But, it's tough times, COVID times. So we'll open the door. If you're a small, locally owned coffee business and you're looking to get a little sponsorship, we'll welcome you. We'll
we'll
throw you
give
in the background or something like that. Give you a little shout out. But yeah,
Yeah.
look forward to it. 2021, you wouldn't get it coffee.
Wow. Yeah, we're the biggest free agents on the market right now. Someone's looking to snatch us up. That's what it comes down to at this point. But yeah, at this point, I think that's all the predictions we've got for today. Unless you got something else that you just want to wow the people with.
Yeah.
I think that is going to bring to an end episode 20. What a year 2020 was. It was the inception of You Wouldn't Get It. And as you guys have listened over the last couple minutes here, 2021, it's only going to bring bigger things. And we touched on it briefly. Riley Dent, our new media editor, specialist, extravagant. He's going to take over the YouTube channel. He's going to start running that there. We're going to really start getting a good content running on the YouTube channel as well. So yeah, we got a lot of plans. 2021, it's going to be a fun one.
Got a lot of plans, big news. Stay tuned. Again, to all the listeners, if you got any good ideas, any good guests, we are always open. Shoot us a message on Twitter. If you got someone that has something interesting to say, shoot us a message. We'll get them on. We're open. We're good people. We like to bring joy to everyone. So
peace, love, positivity. Ain't that right?
Peace, love, positivity, and low Barzy ratings. That's the word.
Low Barzy ratings.
That being
All
said,
right.
Today, you almost forgot it really quick.
No, I need you to realize that I'm always going to try to get it past.
Yeah,
Behind you.
I know that.
You have to realize. Yeah.
It's not the start of the new year yet, so this doesn't factor into your over/under. And you did well today. I'll leave you on a high note. It's been a tough year. Barzy, I'm going 8.7 today. It was a good episode. You had some decent predictions. The White Sox winning the World Series, that's what honestly separated you from the 9. But it's a good outing. 8.7.
And we're going to take that positive energy. We're going to move it right into 2021. So with that, 8.7. Hope you enjoyed another episode of You Wouldn't Get It. We are into the 20s now. Episode 21 coming up next. And we will see you guys next week in 2020. Take it easy.